Niels Bohr Atomic Theory by Charlie Davis. Niels Bohr was born on October 7, 1855. He was born in Copenhagen, Denmark. He was born to an upper-class family with a fair good amount of wealth. His parents were Christian and Ellen Bohr. Christian Bohr was a Danish physicist, and Ellen Bohr had 5 siblings and married Christian at the age of 21 in 1881. Niels Bohr was a good student. In 1903, he graduated from high school and went to Copenhagen University, where he studied astronomy, chemistry, mathematics, and majored in physics. He later became a physicist and discovered much about atoms and quantum physics. Even while at Copenhagen University, there was an offered prize for solving a certain scientific problem. This problem led Niels to experiment and test surface tension. Surface tension is the surface field created by the attraction of other particles on liquids. He used oscillating fluid jets to measure the amount of surface tension. He was honored a gold medal for his work. While this was intelligent, it was discoveries in atoms that really made him famous. Quantum theory is a theory based on particles. That not only that there are smaller particles inside of other particles, but there is stored energy that transfers. Niels Bohr worked with quantum physics inside of atoms, studying the atomic nucleus and the orbits of photons, neutrons, and electrons. In 1912, Niels Bohr worked under J.J. Thomson, who led him to Ernest Rutherford, whose discoveries of the nucleus and development of an atomic model had earned him a Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 1908. There was a problem with his atomic model, though. If electrons ordered around one atomic nucleus in one defined path, since the electrons were giving off electromagnetic waves, they would lose all their energy and fall into the atomic nucleus. Bohr's discovery states that there is more than one orbit for electrons, and depending on the amount of energy an electron receives, determines how far or how close the orbit is away from the atomic nucleus. Niels Bohr found that there was 3 energy levels, labeled n equals 1, n equals 2, and n equals 3. Energy level n equals 1 has the least amount of energy, while energy level n equals 3 has the most amount of energy. If an electron received the spike at a orbit closer to the atomic nucleus, it might change orbit path further away from the atomic nucleus. And if it might lose energy, it would move orbit closer to the atomic nucleus. Also, as electrons were orbiting the atomic nucleus, they were giving off electromagnetic waves which created color spectrums. At first, we thought these spectrums were smooth, but then Niels Bohr figured out that these spectrums had direct units in between them. This was because electrons only orbited the atomic nucleus in 3 defined paths, and there was no way to orbit in between those paths, so there had to be some units in between the spectrums. Niels Bohr was very crucial to physics. He not only helped us understand the path of electrons and how they orbited the atomic nucleus, but he also helped us understand light spectrums and how they worked and how there was units in between colors. Niels Bohr won the Nobel Prize for Physics in 1922 for his atomic work and theory about electrons. He died in 1962, November 18th, but his work will always be remembered as his hydrogen atom atomic nucleus and electrons is still the model that we use today in modern science. Thank you.